This Bama Hardwood Profile is presented by Everwood Treatment Company, the official treated lumber of Alabama Athletics. Everwood, wood treated right. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Alabama women's basketball picked up a dominant win on Sunday at Arkansas, 94-62 in Fayetteville. The game was highlighted by 21 points from Zay Green, as well as the season-high 19 points for Carly Weathers. Next up, the Crimson Tide will not have a game on Thursday, but will return to action at home against Vanderbilt coming up on Sunday. Tip-off from Coleman Coliseum is set for 1 p.m. Central, with our coverage on the network starting at 12:45 p.m. Bama fans, no one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis. From the regular season straight through the postseason, we've got your team covered anywhere you go. SiriusXM SEC Radio. When we come back, we'll hear Chris Stewart's pregame conversation with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nate Oates. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is now an official sponsor of Alabama and the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Packing an 11.1 APV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book. It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Techron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many Chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
Hey Alabama, celebrate with JMF Solutions. With nearly 2 decades of innovation, JMF proudly announces its $6.3 million award for Alabama's middle mile broadband projects. But wait, there's more. Introducing Prestige HealthNet, revolutionizing hospital IT services. Prestige brings professional solutions to rural hospitals, saving costs and elevating healthcare standards. Visit prestigehealthnet.com or call 251-517-4411 to learn more. JMF Solutions and Prestige HealthNet, building a brighter future for Alabama together.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Chris Stewart back with you at Coleman Coliseum along with Alabama head coach Nate Oates, and the conversation brought to you by Bromberg's, Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. Coach, back at home and again feeling a whole lot better about things than we did the last time we were in this building. What a great win for your team at Rupp Arena.
Yeah, our guys responded well. Played much better basketball Saturday than we had a week ago. Now the question is, are we mature enough to, now that we're back home and presumably it's supposed to be easier at home, are we mature enough to bring the same preparation and effort into this game as we did the one Saturday at Rupp, because that was a big win. So we'll see. I think our guys are mature enough to understand what they need as far as preparation and effort. I think that's what we'll see tonight.
How did you manage that when you came back from the win? Again, I asked you the timeline after a tough loss, but after a win, with fairly short turnaround, what does that look like?
Yeah, pretty much the exact same as it does after a loss. Just,
Right.
a little more positivity in the messaging, but there's also a little bit of a warning. Like, because I came in, we get the good thing with this this turnaround was we played. It was 11 o'clock tip Central Time versus 7 o'clock, so 8 hours, and the game took 2 hours instead of 3. So we got back in the afternoon Saturday, so they had the entire evening off before we met Sunday afternoon. So I went to church Sunday morning. I kind of got my messaging right, and my message this week was, look, we were in the same boat last week, coming off a great road win. Everybody's happy. And then less than 48 hours, or in about 48 hours, whole thing was flipped. So what are we going to do different this week than we did last week? And then we talked through it a little bit. So I think things will be different tonight. I sure hope so.
You got a great roster. You got depth across the board, but Baron Philon's just a unique piece to the puzzle, Coach. And he'd had 2 games where he looked more like a freshman than he's played ordinarily. But tell me about his impact in the last game and what that meant to your squad and what it means for him going forward.
Yeah, I mean, he played significantly better at Rupp, 3 of 5 from 3. Didn't turn the ball over hardly at all. He's had a lot of games like that where he's had high assists, low turnovers. That's what we need out of him. We need him aggressive. He's a natural scorer, but he's smart. He knows how to distribute the ball. He's competitive, so can play both ends. We need him really guarding on. He's going to have some tough matchups tonight. They got a lot of veteran guys that have scored a lot of points in their career, so he's going to have to be locked in playing against older guys. But he's talented. He's competitive. He's got a high IQ. Is he locked in every night? That's where, most nights he has been, but we need him there every night. And then is he putting the time in outside of practice? Was a big question too. And I think, since that Ole Miss loss, he definitely has. And it showed Saturday against Rupp. And I think he's put the time in going to this one. So I anticipate him having another good game.
Coach, you're taking on a Vanderbilt squad that, while they're a game behind you right now in the SEC standings, it's like the 4th or 5th team you faced in a row that I think has the same overall record that you do. And for them, that happens to be the best start, I think, in school history. What has Mark Byington done other than completely change everything except the school colors and mascot, it seems?
Yeah, no, he brought in a lot of new guys, which helps. Obviously, he's got veteran guys that have won where they've been. They've scored it at a high clip. And then he's put in a system that makes them aggressive. I mean, they're coming after you no matter who you are. You look at the Tennessee game. I mean, they're up full court pressing guys, and they're turning people over, creating points off turnovers. Then offensively, they move. They keep it spread out. They go 5 out. No, as evidenced by his what do you call it, roster naming, if you will. Everybody's listed as a point guard on the roster. They definitely have some guys that play a lot more like 4s and 5s, just in a little bit different system than traditional 4s and 5s. They're out on the perimeter, they're setting ball screens, they're rolling, they're handling and delay, kind of like Kentucky did. But he put in a modern system. He wants everybody able to pass, dribble, and shoot, and he's got guys playing really hard.
Always appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oates with us on our Bromberg's pregame interview. We've got more coming up. Stay with us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 67 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks, are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Ever wondered what a 30-foot tall pistachio looks like? A giant redwood or Big Sur? Chevron with Techron will be there to help you see them and tons of other places you have to see to believe. Because with unbeatable mileage and a clean engine, cars feel great. So next time you want to fill up on a little adventure, an awkward family photo, or a new commute to work, make sure to fill up at Chevron's along the way. Your car and your memories will thank you. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment and tried and true expertise. We'll help you call the right plays on your property, and we're always there when you need an assist. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, gators to agriculture equipment, we've got serious game. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
This is Tom Stipe with your Alabama Power Scoreboard Update. Alabama Power for a better Alabama. Proud to support the Crimson Tide. 2 other games in the SEC tonight. Also in the 6 p.m. window, Tennessee will host Mississippi State in Knoxville. And 8 p.m., Texas has Mizzou in Austin, Texas. We think Coke Zero Sugar is the best Coke ever. Try it, decide. Brian and Chris will have more on Bama and Vandy coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey parents and kids, AEA has unveiled a new contest at your school that lets you count your way to the Iron Bowl of basketball. AEA wants to help K-6 students be academic champions just like the Alabama Crimson Tide. Students who participate in the Be a Champion and Count Challenge could win tickets to the February 15th Alabama vs. Auburn basketball game at Coleman Coliseum. Ask your teacher about contest rules, encourage your child to be an AEA math champion, and win a trip to the Iron Bowl of basketball.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Jan Miller. And I'm Kobe Prentice. Make sure you and your family are up to date this summer on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory disease.
Vaccinations against these viruses are important for everyone, especially those at a higher risk of developing serious complications, including older Americans and those with certain medical conditions.
So don't wait, vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today. Stay safe and roll tide.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springfield, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it. Exclusively at Kohl's. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
We're about 20 minutes away from tip-off here at Coleman Coliseum. Alabama, the third-ranked team in America, taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores, who would move into the top 25 with a win over Alabama after they have already posted a 15-3 start. Same as Alabama overall, but they sit at 3-2 in the league. Alabama currently at 4-1. We look now at the little things presented by Chick-fil-A. Score big with the Chick-fil-A app this season. Your game day favorites are just a click away. Eat more chicken and roll Tide. Brian Passing, what are the little things on the offensive end that will determine winning and losing for Alabama in this one tonight?
Well, go back to a week ago where Alabama struggled against a really good Ole Miss team, and it started with Alabama's inability to take care of the ball against a team that creates a ton of turnovers. And Vanderbilt is a lot like that in the way they get steals, create turnovers. One of the best, if not the best in the country at turning steals into points. Alabama's got to be solid with the ball, and hopefully the lesson they learned against Ole Miss will help them here tonight. Obviously, they bounced back against Kentucky on the road in Rupp, but a much different defensive team in Vanderbilt as compared to what we saw Saturday in Lexington. Kentucky, an offensive powerhouse, the way they get up and down, two similar styles in the way that Nate Oates and Mark Pope wants to play. But Mark Byington in his first year at Vanderbilt is going to slow you down on defense. They're going to be physical, take chances, create steals, create turnovers. Alabama's got to be strong with the ball here tonight.
When we come back, we'll check out the other end of the floor. The keys to victory on the defensive end are presented by Ford. We'll have those for you next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Looking to make a statement? Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa is where you can make your statement. With our incredible range of signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement with Fast Signs. Stop in today or visit fastsigns.com. A proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Let's create something amazing together.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big-screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springville, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek, Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek, Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect, not easy.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
With impressive power and smart features, great things can happen when you drive a Ford F-150. Bring home a champion today. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Chris Stewart, Brian Passett with you courtside, looking now at those keys to victory on the defensive end that are presented by Ford, BP, Alabama, and Vanderbilt 15-3. What's it going to take defensively for the Tide to get to 5-1 in SEC play?
Well, this is a good Vanderbilt team. They do it with turnovers on the defensive end, but offensively, they're aggressive in getting in the paint. Jason Edwards, the North Texas transfer, had 18 against Tennessee on Saturday in a win for the Commodores. A.J. Hoggard, we've seen before. He was at Michigan State over the last 3 years, played against Alabama a few years ago, a really good player. He can knock down the three, but does a good job of getting in the lane. Alabama's got to do a good job of moving their feet, defending without fouling, and keep guys out of the lane. And listen, this is a much different Vanderbilt team than we've seen in recent years, but if you put on the Vanderbilt uniform, you know you got some guys that can shoot the three, and not a lot of players do it better in the SEC than the Virginia Tech transfer Tyler Nickel. He's done a good job of getting open, knocking down deep shots. He's 6'7", so he's got a height advantage over a lot of guys on the perimeter. Alabama's got to be solid on the defensive end, defend the paint, get out to the three-point shooters.
They have posted the starter for Alabama and Vanderbilt. We'll tell you who they are. Better yet, Tony Giles will tell you who they are when we come back. Our Ford pregame show concludes, and we're almost set to tip things off between the third-ranked Crimson Tide and the Vanderbilt Commodores. We're back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This has been the Ford pregame show. Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide basketball is also brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Get ready. Alabama Crimson Tide basketball is next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is now an official sponsor of Alabama and the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Packing an 11.1 APV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly, must be 21.
I'm John Miller. And I'm Kobe Prentice. Make sure you and your family are up to date this summer on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory disease.
Vaccinations against these viruses are important for everyone, especially those at a higher risk of developing serious complications, including older Americans and those with certain medical conditions.
So don't wait, vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today. Stay safe and roll tide.
I'm Coach Nate Oates, and this is the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. To stay on top, you got to keep raising your game, just like the 2024 Ford F-150, the smartest, most connected F-150 ever. Ford offers impressive technology to help you get the job done in the smartest way possible. For the latest offers on a Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsors of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer again. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is extremely proud to have recently received numerous awards, including being voted Best Wings in the state of Alabama. Other awards received include Best All-Around Restaurant, Best American Restaurant, #1 Sports Bar, Best Chef, Best Wings, and Best Dining Experience. Thank you for 43 legendary years, and we look forward to providing you an award-winning dining experience at every visit. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Here we go. It's time for Alabama Crimson Tide basketball on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
To the trailer. 3. Bottom. Tie game. 75-all. He'll rise. He'll fire. He'll make the 3. The bank first 3.
Crimson Tide basketball is brought to you by Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit rolltide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app and win big this season. Conecuh Sausage, made fresh in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947, and now the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide. Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's to score superior protection from pests and termites. Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. And by the Soup Store, the best place in town to get all your Alabama gear. Now, turn it up. It's game time. Here's the voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Welcome, everybody, to Coleman Coliseum, the home of the Crimson Tide, one of the more difficult places to get a win in SEC play. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Ole Miss the last time Bama was here at home, but after losing one you'd kind of been banking on, Bama got one that maybe many people didn't think Alabama could get, and that's a victory again at Rupp Arena on Saturday. Now let's see if the Tide can hold serve, get a couple of wins this week here at home, and do it in front of their faithful. Chris Stewart alongside Brian Pasick, Tom Stipe, Roger Hoover across the way. Our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter Jerry Kelly mans the controls back at our CTSN studios. You can actually see us on the social media platforms of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, and able to do that because of the work of Ethan Carabin. Glad to have you with us wherever and however you may be tuning in for this one. A big game, Brian Pasick, here at home.
It is. Alabama trying to stay just a game back of the SEC. It's a long SEC season, and Alabama has done something that I'm not aware of it ever happening in Alabama basketball history, and that's 2 top 10 road wins that Alabama has gotten. Bama's been really good on the road. They've been great at home with one exception, and we know about that. Alabama needs to bounce back. Here at Coleman Coliseum, it'll be a late arriving crowd with an early tip, but another sellout here in Tuscaloosa. This has become a great home court environment. I expect Alabama to be ready to play and play well here against a Vanderbilt team that's tough to play against with the way they defend.
Tide has won in both Chapel Hill and in Lexington, trying to get a victory back here at home. Let's turn it over to Tony Giles, public address announcer, and he'll introduce
Ladies and
our
gentlemen,
national anthem.
Please stand with hats off and hands over hearts for our national anthem, performed by Rhonda Squires.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, whether it's America the Beautiful or our national anthem, there's something about an a cappella version that's got something special to it. After the anthem's taken care of, time to introduce the starters here at Coleman.
Here are the starting lineups. First, our visitors from Nashville, Tennessee, the Commodores of Vanderbilt University. A 6'1" junior from Atlanta, Georgia, number 1, Jason Edwards. A 6'7" junior from Harrisonburg, Virginia, number 5, Tyler Nickel. A 6'4" graduate from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, number 11, A.J. Hogard. A 6'5" graduate from New Milford, New Jersey, number 30, Chris Magnon. And a 6'7" junior from Cumming, Georgia, number 99, Devin McLaughlin. Vanderbilt's assistant coaches are Rick Ray, John Crimmins, Xavier Joyner, Matt Buckland, and Kenneth Mangrum. And the Commodores head coach is Mark Byington.
It's a minute or two early, but while we've got a chance, why don't we pause 10 seconds so our local stations can identify themselves to you. Welcome to the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Hype videos rolling just prior to the introduction of the starters for the Alabama Crimson Tide, number 3 in America, 15-3 overall, 3-1 in SEC play, only a game back. Trying to make sure they stay no further back than that. Hopefully we'll get a little help and be tied up in the SEC standings by week's end. Once again, here's Tony.
For Alabama's starting 5. And forward, a 6'11" sophomore from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Number 15, Jaron Stevenson. At guard, a 6'4" freshman from Mobile, Alabama. Number 0, LeBaron Spilon. At center, a 6'11" graduate from Benin City, Nigeria. Number 11, Clifford Amore. And forward, a 6'11" graduate from Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Number 4, Grant Nelson. Muscle Shoals, Alabama, number 1, Mark Sears. The assistant coaches are Preston Murphy, Ryan Pannone, and Brian Adams. And Alabama's head coach is Nate Oates. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alabama basketball.
So the starters introduced, and we're just about set to get this one underway. Brian Passink, a quick start was something we saw in Lexington. Would love to see a repeat performance here in Tuscaloosa tonight.
Obviously, Alabama was ready to roll at Rupp Arena, and that was a top 10 matchup, marquee game. This is a Vanderbilt team that you didn't think at the beginning of the season would be much of an interesting game, but Mark Byington in year 1 has completely turned this program around, and in Joe Lunardi's latest ESPN bracketology, the Vanderbilt Commodores are in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, a ton of basketball to be played, but with what they did in the non-conference and starting the SEC play the way they have, beating number 6 Tennessee on Saturday, this is looking like an NCAA tournament team with the way they do it defensively, creating turnovers. They dribble, drive it to the basket. They're a smaller team, but they play really hard. And in year 1 under Mark Byington, they've been one of the surprises of the SEC. Alabama's going to have to be ready to roll here tonight.
The Tide and the Doors just about set to tip things off. Vanderbilt wearing the black uniforms with gold and white numerals and lettering. Alabama will wear the white uniforms tonight. May want to check out the Alabama men's basketball social media pages to get a glimpse of what they're going to wear this weekend. It will be a little different look, and one that I think Bama fans will like, especially if you like what was the alternate white uniforms. You'll see basically a crimson version of that when LSU comes to town on Saturday. So here we are, just about set to get things going. Our crew, one that's quite familiar for many of you. Terry Oglesby is our lead official, with Vladimir Voyard-Tadal and A.J. Desai, a newer official in the league, rounding out the trio. Terry will head to center court, steps between the two big men, and the tap is controlled in the backcourt to our right by the Crimson Tide. Here's Alabama with it to the top of the arc. Giving it off, they'll go to Sears, who drives the lane. Tough runner with the left hand, no good. Rebound cleared by McLaughlin of Vanderbilt. Doors will get it front court. McLaughlin with it, almost got fouled by Sears. Able to feed it off to Magnon. Magnon giving it now to Edwards. Steps back from 15 and knocks down the tough fall-away jumper.
Edwards has been one of the hotter players in the SEC. Had 18 on Saturday against Tennessee, and not far off his average. He's been consistent this season.
Stevenson on the drive, getting into the lane, posting up on a smaller defender, muscles it in and gets the friendly roll. Stevenson ties it to a piece 50 seconds into this one.
The dribble drive and took his time. The reverse pivot. This is a Vanderbilt team that doesn't have a lot of rim protection, and Jaron able to finish.
McLaughlin outside to Edwards, who drives, got away with a walk, now throws up the off-balance floater, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Nelson of Alabama. Here's Sears with it now to the top of the arc, hands it off to Amore. Back to Sears on the left wing. He dribbles to the top of the circle, reverse pass going down low to Nelson. They're going to call him for an offensive foul. Bama fans thought it was a flop from Tyler Nickel. You know, the safe play right there, say it's off the foot of Nelson out of bounds, and there's no foul on either side. But that's not what the new official opted to call. New to us, anyway. On the drive is Hogard, backs it out, gets a return feed from the right wing, and Magnon. Now Hogard on the drive, trying to spin away from a defender, can't. Rebounded near side McLaughlin, and he puts it high up off the window and in for 2 points. 18-18 to go first half, a 4-2 Vanderbilt advantage. Bama with the basketball. Nelson goes left corner. Stevenson catch, shoot three, halfway down, rims out, and the rebound controlled by Vandy. Doors get it to Nickel. He flips it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin over left of the circle to Hogard. Hogard now to Edwards. Edwards driving, throws it into the low post, blocked away by Amore on the attempt for McLaughlin. Driving downhill is Stevenson, had it stripped. It goes out of bounds and off the Commodores. Possession will belong to the Crimson Tide.
What a great job defensively by Cliff Amore. It looked like it was going to be an easy lay-in for Vanderbilt. But the 7-foot center, 7'6" wingspan, able to get the block shot and start the Alabama break.
Amore on the right wing, takes the dribble to the elbow, flips it over to Philon. LeBaron on the drive, and leaner no good, and the rebound claimed by Vanderbilt. McLaughlin getting an outlet pass ahead now to Edwards, who takes it right side. Edwards takes it back to the near wing, pops the three, and got it to go. Stevenson thought he was in good position, but that extra step back by Edwards makes it a 7-2 advantage.
Quick.
Stevenson with it, working right side, stops at the elbow, hands it off to Nelson, reverses back to the right wing, hands it to Philon. LeBaron trying to work against the defender, gets into the paint, stops, steps through, tough runner, too strong. Rebound again, McLaughlin gives it off to Edwards. Edwards hesitates, goes down the lane, tough layup attempt, no good. Rebound claimed by Stevenson. Outlet pass goes to Sears. Mark throws the lob.
Mark Sears threw that lob when Cliff Amore was outside of the three-point line, anticipating his momentum and speed was going to carry him to the right spot, able to catch it in rhythm and throw it down. What a play by Sears.
Hogard with the basketball as Bama's made it a 7-4 game, 16-28 and moving. Time left first half here at Coleman. Near side, 3-ball up, no good for McLaughlin. Rebounded by Nelson, outlet pass Sears. Now they work it in the corner to Philon. Philon back up top to Sears. Mark looking left, playing left off the screen from Nelson. Drives to the baseline, still with the dribble alive. He'll circle back to the near wing. Fires it with the offhand to Nelson. Now to Philon. Tie short. Rebound tipped by Stevenson, but into the hands of Hogard for Vandy. He leaves it for the trailer Nickel. His three is up, no good. Rebound deflected, controlled by McLaughlin. They work it down low to the driver. Left from behind by Philon on the attempt from Nickel, and Bama will push it ahead. Oh, what a block by LeBaron, and now Nelson gives it to Philon. He'll work it right wing, directing traffic with 18 on the shot clock, 15:35 to go in the half. It will be Sears playing to his left, going downhill, sees Pardon, laid it up, counted, and an and one opportunity when we come back to Tuscaloosa. 7-6 now the score. Vanderbilt a 1-point advantage with 15:28 to play first half here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business and Roll Tide.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Soup Store, Alabama's home for the best selection of Crimson Tide apparel. Visit the Soup Store at 3 convenient locations: Ferguson Center, University Boulevard, Bryant Drive, or shop anytime online at supestore.ua.edu. Bama down 1, 7-6 early against Vandy. 15:28 to go in the first half. Keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app, presented by Cadence Bank. Download it now for free at the App Store and Google Play. Across the way now to Roger Hoover.
A lot of praise in the huddle for the play of Clifford Amore, the way he got that dunk. Also good energy on defense, bringing a lot of energy to the floor at a time time when Alabama needed it. The other main point from the coaching staff is about rebounding. A lot of Vanderbilt's opportunities, Brian, in this first half have been thanks to getting some offensive rebounds. So defensively, getting in the glass is going to be key in this upcoming stretch.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's gotten a couple of offensive rebounds here in the early going. Love the effort defensively by Alabama. You mentioned the Cliff Amore block that started the Alabama fast break, but how about the defense of LeBaron Philon? That's now 2 what looked to be open layup attempts for Vanderbilt, turned away by Alabama defenders. Cliff Amore and then LeBaron Philon that started the Alabama fast break. Alabama able to spread the floor and get to the rim on a couple of occasions. Some missed good looks at the rim, and Mark Sears able to finish through contact and a chance for a three-point play as we resume play. But Alabama getting the shots they want, doing a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Just one turnover, that on a charge call on Grant Nelson.
Sears hits the and one. The Pride of Muscle Shoals has tied the score at 7 apiece. It's Sears, Nelson, Mohamed Diabate, Chris Youngblood, and also Alabama going with Aiden Holloway as the 5th player on the floor. Commodores have made some changes too as MJ Collins drives, kicks it back out to Edwards. Edwards directing traffic with 10 to shoot. Drives past Diabate, goes into the lane, couldn't get the leader to go, and the rebound is controlled by Nelson. To Sears around Holloway. He'll kick it in the corner. Youngblood catch and shoot 3, too strong, and the weak side board is claimed by Edwards of Vanderbilt. They'll get it ahead with Huffman, Grant Huffman, who's checked in. Now also new into the game is Carey. They'll throw it down low to McLaughlin. Pump fake, had it stripped off his leg, out of bounds. The quick, strong hands of Chris Youngblood forcing that turnover.
That's a great job defensively by Youngblood. Gets the deflection. Going back to the offensive end, it's a little thing. Aiden Holloway has done a good job of knocking down shots and finding open teammates. He got it to Chris Youngblood, but a split second too late. Would have been an open shot. Instead, it was contested, and he wasn't able to knock it down.
Holloway to Nelson on the right wing. Nice backdoor cut to Sears. Steps through, flips it up. No. Rebounded Diabate. Trying to go up strong. Does and scores.
That is what Mo Diabate does about as well as anybody in college basketball. Traffic, rebound, able to go up and get it. Took his time and finish.
Huffman kicks it out to Carey, top of the arc. Jalen Carey driving with a left hand, got it to go over Nelson. And with 14-11 and moving first half, we're tied at 9 apiece. Here's Mo going downhill against Carey. Puts it up, wouldn't go, but got fouled and goes to the line where he will have 2 shots. Brian, it's amazing to watch the development of his game on the offensive end. This was a guy who got so many of his points just off putbacks a year ago, but he is truly a threat, especially in situations like that, driving downhill.
Yeah, and the majority still are coming off of putbacks and hustle plays, and he's not the type of player you need to draw up plays for, but has the ability to get past his man, get to the free throw line, where he is a much improved shooter from 3 and from the free throw line, but he's become more aggressive when he has the ball, trying to make a play for himself, and he is really improved from his freshman to sophomore season.
From the free throw line, Diabate now at 68%, makes 1 of 2. Aiden Sherrill clears the miss, out to Sears for 3. We'll give Sherrill the assist. We'll give a partial assist to Diabate unofficially, because if he doesn't miss the free throw, we never get that chance, right?
Well, that wasn't the plan, but great offensive rebound and a smart play by Sherrill to get it to Mark Sears, who was able to knock it down.
4-point trip for Bama. That's the margin of lead for the Tide. Inside, they work it with Carey, backing his way down. And, man, that is a tough whistle on Aiden Sherrill, who was giving ground the entire way. And they call the foul on him. The elbow did catch the nose of Jalen Carey, or maybe the eye, but he seemed to be the guy that was initiating contact.
Well, it may have been a foul, but not after Carey pushed off 2 or 3 times to create space. And that was the frustration from Nate Oates and the Alabama fans, is the majority of the contact came before the foul was called, initiated by the offensive player, and that'll send Carey to the line.
So Carey will the first of two and hits the back iron. It goes up about 3 feet in the air and then settled through the net. McLaughlin checks out, and Chris Magnon will come in to replace him. Free throw from Carey, up and good. And so with 13:38 to go in the half, Bama leads it by a bucket. Full court pressure on the inbounds pass applied by Vandy. Now they drop off simply into a man-to-man look defensively as the Tide will bring it ahead with Sears. Being guarded by Huffman. Sears surveys the floor, dribbles left, drives, dishes to Sherrill, who brings it all the way to the top of the arc, hands it off to Holloway. Aiden will work into the lane. Little Raider, tough shot, got it to go from 6 feet.
Yeah, took his time, realized he had the defender on his back, help didn't come, and Aiden Holloway, who a week ago was leading the SEC in field goal percentage, knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Carey wide right, and Alabama clears the brick. Here comes Sears going downhill, splitting defenders, getting fouled on his way to the basket. Carey shot it with confidence, but he was wrong.
And that's what Alabama wants to do, is get out in transition, get a stop. The floor was spread, and Mark Sears went to work, got past the initial defender, took a ton of contact, and was going into his shooting motion. I'm a little surprised they're giving him 2 shots, but that was an aggressive move by Mark Sears in transition after Alabama gets a stop.
Hits the first. He'll get another one. That is team foul number 3 on Vandy. 2 have been whistled on the Crimson Tide.
Alabama's starting to put some stops together. Vanderbilt 1 of their last 7, and Alabama starting to heat up from the perimeter and inside 3 of their last 3, and Mark Sears doing a good job of getting in the paint.
Mark will get a breather. LeBaron Filon comes in to replace him with 12:55 and moving the time left in the opening half from Coleman Coliseum. Tyler Tanner in for Vanderbilt. With the ball right now, though, is Edwards. Edwards playing off the screen from Carey. Gives it to Tanner on the near wing. He'll dribble once and hand it off to Collins. M.J. Collins Jr. going to his left, stopping 15 feet out. Jumper hits the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Mo Diabate, brings it himself into the front court. Tried to cross over, lost the handle, slipped. Trying to get it back. Vanderbilt coming the other way. Another block by a Bama guard. That is Aiden Holloway on the block. Layup attempt from Jason Edwards of Vandy.
Alabama's got to be careful when Tyler Tanner is on the ball. He's one of the best in the SEC at picking your pocket, and was able to deflect it away from Mo Diabate. And that is what he does as well as anybody on this Vanderbilt team.
Quick inbounds to Collins. Lost the handle because Youngblood knocked it away. A scramble for the ball almost resulted in a bucket. Bama claimed it, though. Flipped it ahead, but too far. Youngblood trying to connect with Alabama's LeBaron Filon. It's a turnover for the Crimson Tide, but a weird sequence right there.
Yeah, almost went in the basket as Alabama was trying to get the rebound. Just kind of bounced awkwardly. And even though that was a turnover, one you don't mind quite as much as Alabama and Chris Youngblood trying to make a play, just threw it a little long, and LeBaron not able to get it.
Carey throwing the backdoor pass, and that's going to be a hold on Alabama. Chris Youngblood had a good solid hold right there on M.J. Collins Jr., and it brings us to the 12-minute exactly media timeout. We got a 17-11 score in Tuscaloosa. Alabama taking on Vandy. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
I'm Coach Nate Oates, and this is the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. Talk about an outstanding lineup. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty deliver impressive power and game-changing capability. That's why I'm a fan of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 47 consecutive years. For the latest offers on a Ford truck, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
12 minutes to go in the first half. Bama's up 6, 17-11 over Vanderbilt, making Evan Williams bourbon part of your game day traditions is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky. Think wisely, drink wisely, and roll Tide, Roger.
Yes, right now, defense playing at a wise level for the Crimson Tide. Coach Adams liked what he saw in that last stretch for the Crimson Tide defensively, and then offensively starting to score more, but also Coach Oates pointing out the back-to-back turnovers Alabama just suffered. Have to clean that up, Ryan, moving forward against a team in Vanderbilt that likes to turn people over.
Yeah, one of the best in college basketball, top 10 in turnover rate, top 10 in steals. They do a good job of converting their turnovers or turnovers of the opponent into points. They created 25 turnovers in the win against South Carolina, and obviously that was a problem a week ago here at Coleman Coliseum for the Crimson Tide. And even though they've turned it over on back-to-back possessions, overall doing a better job with ball security. And when they have, they've gotten good looks. Alabama's 3 for their last 3 and doing the job defensively. Vanderbilt right now shooting just 27% from the field, and they're 1 of their last 9. Alabama's picked up the effort on the defensive end.
Alabama seeing Vanderbilt break its huddle with McLaughlin back on the floor along with Nickel, Edwards, Hogard, and Tyler Tanner along with Jalen Carey. Bama will counter with Phylon Nelson, Omori, Sears, and Stevenson as its 5. Vanderbilt to inbound from the baseline. They throw it into the right corner to Nickel. He'll dribble to the wing and hand it off top of the arc to Carey. Back he goes to Nickel, and there's going to be a moving screen called on the Commodores. That's going to be on Jalen Carey. It'll be his first. And team foul number 3 on Vandy. Check that, the second called on Carey.
Jalen Carey, 6'8", 265, played his freshman season. James Madison for Mark Byington transfers over to Vanderbilt, where he's had a nice sophomore season.
Nelson with it at the elbow, pivots, dribbles right a couple of times, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth before he hands it off to Phylon, who drives left side of the lane, gets cut off, hands it off Stevenson. 10 on the shot clock. Now to Sears, right wing, goes top of the arc, goes inside. Stevenson left hand short, rebound cleared by Nickel, and here comes Vandy. They'll fire a pass up ahead to Hogard, driving the lane, initiated some contact. They're going to say it's on Omori and on Clifford. That should be personal number 1. It is, and it'll be team foul number 4 on the Crimson Tide.
Alabama able to get it inside to Jaron Stevenson. Took a little contact, not able to finish through it.
Kick into the corner to Edwards, who now has it again on the wing after a pass from Nickel. Edwards takes his spot just left of the circle, now drives into the paint against Omori. Pump fake, tough shot, short. Omori challenging that one, almost got the block, doesn't get credit, but still altered the shot. Bama running the other way. Sears to Stevenson, steps into a wing 3 and knocks it home. The bank first three-pointer good from the right wing. Jaron Stevenson's bucket makes it 20-11 Alabama.
Love the aggressiveness of Jaron Stevenson. Taking the ball to the basket, not able to finish on the last possession, but no hesitation from 3.
Hogard stepping through, blocked by Omori, claimed by Stevenson, and now the Tide will push it ahead. Phylon to Nelson in the left corner. Grant with a couple of dribbles, backing his way down against the defender, and a foul is going to be called on Tyler Nickel of Vandy. We had a lost headband there for Jaron Stevenson, and he's not going to retrieve it just yet.
Jaron got it knocked off his head getting that rebound.
Yeah.
No foul call. But Alabama gets it back and looking for Grant Nelson in the low post. Alabama doesn't have a true traditional post-up player, but Grant Nelson will take a smaller player down on the block, and Alabama will let him go to work, spreading the floor. It looks like Cliff Amore in some pain.
Yeah.
Nate Oates out on the court. Not exactly sure what happened, but they're going to take a look at it.
It's like he inadvertently got hit in the chest and really gingerly walking off the floor. He's trying to get his breath. Nate Oates was out there first, and now the athletic trainer, Clark Holter, is going to take a look at him. He's in some pain. I think it will look like one of those things that'll be an injury that will keep him out very long, but
hope
you know
you're
how it is
right,
when you lose. You know how it is when you have your breath knocked out. You're not going to die. You just think you are. Inbounds pass comes from Phylon to Nelson, who backs his way into the lane, drives to the bucket, lays it in for two. He just muscled his way in there.
Yeah, took a ton of contact, no call, but able to finish through it. An aggressive play by Grant Nelson, who played incredibly well on Saturday at Rupp.
Driving it to the top of the circle is Hogard. Almost carried it. Instead gives it up. Gets a return pass from Nickel. Now Hogard trying to drive left. Steps from 17. His jumper is up and good. Boy, they're getting some shots to go, but they're having to work for him. Here comes Bama the other way. Diabate on the right wing. Goes to his left with the dribble a couple of times. Hands it off to Sears. Mark driving right. Cut off. Goes left. Goes down the lane, runs through some contact, no whistle, shot wouldn't drop. Diabate's there to give it back out now to Phylon. He'll step through, try to throw it back to Diabate. It'll go into the backcourt where Vandy runs it down. Nickel throws a lob, and climbing the ladder was Collins to throw it home. 22-15 now the score. Bama up 7.
And that's what Vanderbilt does. Live ball turnovers. It was the right idea, just the pass not on target. The result, an easy dunk for Vanderbilt.
Back at his way down, Diabate against McLaughlin. Gets into the paint, pump fake, shot, got it to go. Boy, that is a nice, very smooth play by Mohamed Diabate.
The patience and strength of Mo Diabate, able to back his man down. Help never came. Took his time and finished over the rim.
Nickel on the near wing, and a whistle away from the basketball. See if they get Diabate or Stevenson. Or Sears. I'll keep naming players until I get it right. It is Mark. His first. 5 team fouls now on Alabama. Phylon sits down. Holloway comes in to replace him. Holloway, Sears in the backcourt. Diabate, Stevenson, Nelson in the front court for the Tide. They'll work it into the corner. Will Vandy on the inbounds play. Collins. He'll hand it off, and McLaughlin, a nice reverse layup to get the bucket to go. Bama almost stepped in bounds without the pass there, but they get it to Nelson, who brings it front court to Stevenson. Jared driving, trying to back his way down. Again, against a smaller defender. He'll flip it out to Diabate. Now to Holloway driving into the lane. Kicks into the corner, Stevenson. Sears had his pass batted right back in his hands, thankfully. Now Mark with the move. Top to the lane, got it to go off the window.
Made a mistake early in that possession. Almost turned it over. It was a great defensive play by Hogard, but it went right back to Mark. He was able to finish at the rim.
Runner off the window, no good on the attempt by Hogard, but a pushing foul is going to be whistled. I think that's going to be on Grant Nelson.
That's a possession that Mark Byington has to be frustrated with because he really should have gotten a turnover. It's a bad pass by Mark Sears, but the bounce of the ball goes right back to Mark. And he doesn't let one mistake turn into two as he drives the lane and finishes. Alabama aggressive on the defensive end. Not able to keep Vanderbilt off the free throw line.
Nelson out after picking up his first personal. And in to replace him, Chris Youngblood, the Tuscaloosa native. Hogard missed the first, makes the second. And with 8-12 and moving in the first half, 26-18 our score. Let me update you, 28-18. Holloway, a nice pass ahead to Stevenson, who slams it in for 2.
Vanderbilt came up with some three-quarter court pressure, and Jaron Stevenson got free. Beautiful pass from Aiden.
Sears almost got the steal. Instead, he gets his second foul. We got 7:57 to play. Bama leading it by 10, 28-18 over Vandy. Here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Tribe driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryant Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the Capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
7:57 to go in the first half. Bama by 10 over Vandy, 28-18 here at Coleman Coliseum. Here's an important reminder to all Bama fans. Stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season is here. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick. We are courtside, and with his nose in the Bama huddle is Roger Hoover.
Well, once again, the defense being praised for the Crimson Tide, especially when Alabama was able to hold Vanderbilt off the scoreboard for a long scoring drought, but more energy needed on defense, according to Coach Adams. Calling what's coming up next a 4-minute war coming up in this basketball game, trying again to limit Vanderbilt and allow Alabama to grow this lead. And still no sign of Clifford Amore back on the Alabama bench just yet. But again, defense being mostly talked about right now, Brian.
Yeah, Alabama right now holding Vanderbilt to 35% from the field, even though they've had some success the last few possessions. But offensively, Mark Sears playing like Mark Sears. He's got 10 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from beyond the arc, able to finish at the rim on a couple of occasions. And also love the aggressiveness of Jaron Stevenson. He's got 7 points, 3 for 5 from the field. He's aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, not hesitating from the three-point line, and doing the job defensively as well. He's got 3 rebounds, most of those coming on the defensive end.
Crimson Tide with 7:57 to go in the first half. Shooting a nice 55% from the field, holding Vandy to 7 of 20, while the Tide has made 11 of 20 from the field so far, and 3-point shooting, 2 of 5 for the Tide, 1 of 4 for the Commodores, and Bama's made 4 of their 5 free throws, while Vandy has made 3 of their 4. Man, the game was such a great offensive game for Alabama in Lexington against Kentucky, including the free throw line, where if they didn't match Vandy and take advantage of the opportunities they got at the stripe, that outcome's very different.
Yeah, Alabama looked so good in that game on the offensive end, and that was a great showcase for SEC basketball. It's the best league in America, one of the best leagues we've ever seen, and 2 of the best offenses, actually the top 2 offenses in college basketball in Kentucky and Alabama. And to go into Rupp Arena, score 100 points, get a win against a top 10 team, that is not something that teams often do, and Alabama was able to.
Grant Huffman makes 1 of 2, and Alabama comes the other way, up by 9, 28-19, 7:48 moving. Time left first half. Filon with it on the right wing. Tried to dump it off to Diabate, but good defense by Vandy to knock it away and get the steal. They hurry the other way with Hogard. Gets it underneath. Now to Collins, who tries a 3. Way short. Rebound cleared by Diabate to Youngblood. Stops right side. 3, too strong. Rebounded Huffman, and here comes Vandy. Huffman into the front court. Stopping on the left wing. Going left. Now back to his right, still with the dribble alive. 20 on the shot clock as McLaughlin gets it. Near side Collins. Collins dribbling to the top of the arc, giving it off to Huffman. He'll drive left, puts up the runner, too strong. Rebound tipped out, run down to the corner by Holloway, and Aiden brings it ahead for Alabama. Holloway, hesitation move, now gets set, right side, goes downhill, puts up the runner, off the glass and in.
I thought it should have been an and one. Got hit, looked like in the back of his head as he pulled up, knocks down the floater. High pick and roll, Aiden Holloway makes the right play, goes off the glass and in.
Bama matches its biggest lead at 11 with 6:44 and moving to go in the opening half. Vanderbilt with the basketball, trailing the Tide 30-19 here in Tuscaloosa. It's Hogard with it, stopping, shooting a three from dead on, no good. Rebound tipped by Diabate and run down by his teammate, LeBaron Philon. Philon letting traffic catch up in Diabate. Mo will kick it to Stevenson, driving baseline. He is going to be called for an offensive foul. They call him for the push on MJ Collins Jr.
I'm not sure Collins got to the spot, but because Jaron Stevenson lowered his shoulder right into the chest of Collins, Alabama turns it over. Again, love the aggressiveness of Jaron Stevenson, and those are the types of turnovers that you don't love, but don't get as upset as making a passive play on the offensive end and Vanderbilt able to get the turnover. That was aggressiveness by Jaron Stevenson, which is why he's played so well in this game.
Edwards working off of the screen, getting into the lane. Stops, spins, needs help, fires it way outside Hogard. Hogard now working against Stevenson, getting to the rim, off the window, too strong. Rebounded by Amori, now to Holloway, right side Sears. Mark will drive, spinning away from the defender, got held on the play, and he will have a chance to shoot two, I believe, for the Crimson Tide.
Great job defensively by Alabama. Jaron Stevenson forcing a difficult shot, and Mark able to put pressure on the defense, take the contact, and that'll be just the 16th foul for Vanderbilt. I thought he was going into a shooting motion.
Same here.
But said it was on the floor, and Alabama have to inbound the ball.
So the Tide will trigger it from the baseline. Young blood to get it in. Looking, beats the count, getting it to Amori on the right wing. Clifford hands it back to Chris, now to Jaron, now to Aiden. That's Holloway with it. Holloway driving down the lane, puts it up, off the window and in. Scoop shot, almost. That one he dropped kind of down to his ankles and then flipped it up after he'd already left the ground. Now downhill will be Edwards. Tough runner off the glass, in for two. Able to answer right back for Vandy.
Two really impressive plays on either end by Vanderbilt guard that time and Aiden Holloway on the previous possession.
Two smallest players on the floor at the moment as Holloway works away from a defender, hands it off to Sears. Mark getting into the paint, stepping through, hands it off to Youngblood. Chris will drive his way in, pump fake, steps through, had it stripped, tried to get it back, deflected, but knocked away and stolen by Vanderbilt. Here comes Huffman front court, fires a pass in the corner that's deflected right to the man driving to the rim in Tanner. His shot attempt is no good, and the rebound's controlled by the Tide. Youngblood to Sears, who goes all the way down the lane, whips a pass Stevenson. One more to Chris, why not? Halfway down, no good. And the rebound controlled by Tanner of Vanderbilt.
Well, that's good offense by Alabama. The extra pass, Chris Youngblood wide open, not able to finish.
Tanner runs to the rim, can't get it to go. Neither was the tip followed, but Bama can't secure the miss. In the lane, teardrop up, no good. Edwards comes right back to him, and then his second try is good, and Nate Oates is livid right now. Timeout called with 4:32 to go in the first half. Let's see if it will be a 30. It will be. So we'll keep it right here as a 30-second timeout. And Alabama trying to get the victory here at Coleman Coliseum. And coming up on Friday night, historic programs square off for the first time as SEC opponents. 10th-ranked Alabama Gymnastics hosting the #1 Oklahoma Sooners inside Coleman at 7. Don't want to miss this meet between two of the sports powerhouses. Purchase your tickets today at RollTide.com. Brian Pasick, Alabama, trying to get themselves back into the groove, but they got to do it by securing a loose ball and a rebound.
Yeah, right now Vanderbilt dominating the offensive glass, an area that Alabama typically wins. They've got 6 offensive rebounds to just Alabama's 3. I think they got 4 or 5 of them on that possession before Nate Oates called the timeout. But fortunately, Alabama rolling on the offensive end. 5 out of its last 7, and even the 2 misses have been good looks. Alabama doing a good job when they've taken care of the ball, which for the most part they have here in the in the first half.
Whistle on the inbounds attempt for Alabama. A foul called on the doors.
I think it'll be Aiden Holloway going the line for a 1-and-1. Vanderbilt coming out with full court pressure. Alabama doing a good job of trying to set screens. Aiden Holloway trying to get the ball. Not able to, but he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Holloway at the stripe, where he's an 81% shooter on the year. Front end up, good, and he'll get another try. Holloway, the transfer from Auburn, native of Charlotte, 6'1", 180, and a sophomore. Sears will sit down.
Former McDonald's All-American, playing like it in his sophomore season, wearing crimson and white.
Free throw up and good. Second straight year for him to start. Second SEC team, as both free throws are good, and the Tide leads by 11 once again. That too shy of their largest lead. It's been 13. McLaughlin on the drive against Diabate. Stops, shoots, and misses. Rebound tipped by Stevenson into the hands of Holloway. Aiden will bring it ahead, flips it over to Diabate. He'll try to drive, got cut off. Now he'll work into the paint. Puts it up, left hand, got it to go, and he's fouled.
That's just a smart play by the entire Alabama team, understanding Mo Diabate had Jason Edwards at 5'11" on him and let Mo go to work in the low post. Takes the contact, able to finish over him, and a chance for a three-point play.
You know, ordinarily, Brian, where a big may have to, especially Mo, who's a little shorter than a lot, will kind of have to be physical. He knew if he did that, Edwards was going to flop, and he's going to get called for the foul. Instead, he just got himself set, under control, got to the rim, and he did get fouled by Edwards.
Yeah, high IQ play, understood the situation.
After the missed free throw, there's a rebound struggle, and Bama wants a tie-up. Instead, yeah, they are going to call it a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to favor Vandy, but good job by Clifford Amore to get in there and force it.
Well, I think Alabama players wanted a travel before the jump ball. He took about 5 steps, but they got the jump ball first, and it'll be Vanderbilt's ball.
Have they come back and said it's a foul? I think they did. I think they came back and changed it to a foul on Clifford Amore. Well, the stat monitor, okay, they have changed it. They have said it's a jump ball. And so Vanderbilt has possession. Bama gets the next one. Edwards trying to weave through traffic, working against Sherrill. He'll bring it out high to the near wing. Now he goes down to the paint, hands it off. Tough leaner, no good by Nickel, and the rebound control by Sherrill in Alabama. Tide leading it, Phylon front court with Bama trying to add to a 13-point advantage. Phylon downhill, kicks it in the corner. Sherrill to Holloway, catch and shoot, 3 by. Oh, that was pretty. Aiden Holloway, the bank first three-pointer, and the Tide enjoys its biggest lead at 16 points.
Alabama with a dribble handoff with 2 guys that can shoot it. The defender had to make a decision, left Holloway for just a split second. He was able to rise up with a quick release and knock it down.
Tanner with the basketball, left of the circle, plays off the screen from Carey, gets into the lane, kicks it out. The doors working around. Nickel driving, putting it off the window and in. Bama quickly gets it out of the net, runs the other way. Now it's Holloway taking it to the right wing. Aiden going to the baseline. He'll put up the runner off the window and good. McLaughlin was expecting a pass. He said, okay, I'll just lay it up.
And I think Holloway may have gone off the wrong foot in order to get it off in time before the shot blocker came over. That was a smart play and a smooth play by Holloway.
Double dribble will be the call against Carey, and we have come to immediate timeout. It'll be Bama ball when we come back. 2:42 to go in the opening half of play. Tide looking good against Vandy. 41-25 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhauer here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile, and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99, and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99, or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Soup Store, Alabama's home for the best selection of Crimson Tide apparel. Visit the Soup Store at 3 convenient locations: Ferguson Center, University Boulevard, Bryant Drive, or shop online anytime at supestore.ua.edu. Bama is up 16, 41-25 over Vanderbilt. 2:42 to go in the first half. Stay with us at the half for the Toyota halftime report with first half stats, scores from around the SEC, and a quick chat with Coach Nate Oates, presented by Cook's Pest Control. The man with the microphone on that chat, Roger Hoover.
Yeah, the Alabama huddle right now, it's a good place to be if your name is Aiden Holloway or Aiden Sherrill, both really getting praise from their teammates and their coaches. Really great stretch there for the Crimson Tide to build up the lead to 41-25. Now, intensity is the message, trying to close out this final 2:42 before halftime. The challenge from Coach Adams, who I always like hearing these numerical challenges from him, Brian. 4 points or less moving forward.
Yeah, listen, two of my all-time favorite Aidens to play at Alabama. Aiden Holloway, Aiden Sherrill. And Holloway right now has been on fire, 13 points, and a lot of that damage coming in the last few minutes. He's 5 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line, a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's got 13 to lead all scorers, doing the job on both ends of the floor.
Crowd being informed of the fact that Mark Sears has become the 82nd player in Division I history to score 2,500 career points. So glad that the bulk of those have come at the University of Alabama. Of course, started his career in Ohio and now finishing 3 years now at the University of Alabama, and what a career it's been. Again, only 82 players in the history of D1 basketball scoring 2,500 career points, and Mark Sears is one of them.
It says over on the wall, where legends are made, and Mark Sears, with what he's done in crimson and white, an absolute legend.
Phylon to Diabate, who is on the wing, throws the skip pass, Holloway three, and man, he is becoming a legend from beyond the arc. Another bank first three for Aiden Holloway. He's got 16 first half points. Perfect shooting the basketball. He's also got an assist in 10 minutes. Quite efficient. Now Nickel will try a three. It's wide right. And the rebound controlled by Holloway. Throws it ahead to Phylon. Phylon to Sherrill to Phylon on the right wing. He had it poked away. It goes out of bounds. Touch last by Vanderbilt. I think Tanner is the one that got the deflection. But again, the ball goes out of bounds once again to Alabama. Phylon to inbound it from the corner. Throws it in to Sherrill. Sherrill to Diabate.
Aiden Holloway's about to get another one off.
He is.
A little heat check time for Aiden, who, as you mentioned, perfect 6 for 6.
The other Aiden shot it instead, right of the circle, and it wouldn't go, and the rebound's controlled by Hogard. Nice pass in transition. Goes ahead to Magnon. He couldn't get the layup to drop, but he got fouled. And he'll have 2 shots upcoming as once again Jaron Stevenson gets called for the foul. That's his second. Jaron's quietly had a really good game. Couple of fouls, 15 minutes, 7 points and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, Alabama on a 12-2 run in about the last 3 minutes, and most of that has been Aiden Holloway, who's knocking down shots, knocking down floaters, getting to the line. He has been terrific. Far from a one-man show, though. Jaron Stevenson aggressive on both ends of the floor. Alabama playing well, holding Vanderbilt at 29% field goal shooting. They've gotten a line on a couple of occasions, and even the good looks they've gotten, I mean, that pass to Magnon had to be perfect, and it was pretty well defended, just able to get it inside, and Vanderbilt gets to the line and cuts this lead just a little bit.
They do indeed. Magnon hits them both, and with 1:40 to go in the half, Bama leads at 44-27. Phylon with the basketball, driving to his left, gets cut off by Tanner, picks it up, gives it off to Sherrell. Sherrell to Holloway. Aiden itching to shoot it, and I don't blame him. Holloway between the circles, directing traffic, going to his right, kicks it in the corner. Phylon for 3, short, rebound on the weak side, claimed by Sherrell, then loses it out of bounds. Touch last, they say, by Vanderbilt. It will belong to the Crimson Tide, but good to see the other Aiden, the other freshman for the Crimson Tide, doing a great job there.
Yeah, he's been really good on the offensive glass, kept that one alive. Alabama continuing to get great looks from the three-point line. 4 for 11 from 3. Alabama is getting great looks. A couple of those made by Aiden Holloway. See if he can get a look at it right here.
Sherrell gets the inbounds pass to Diabate, who will drive. Goes against Magnon. He likes that matchup. He's fenced twice, shoots it, wouldn't go, but he draws the foul. And it will be Diabate going to the line to shoot 2.
Alabama recognizing where the matchups are. That's a couple of times that Mo Diabate understood, and his teammates did as well, that he had a smaller man on him, let him go to work, able to spin back to his right side. He's a lefty, but that's where the defense was playing him. He takes the contact, gets hit on the arm, and he'll get back to the line.
Mohamed Diabate, who has 7 points and 6 rebounds and an assist in his 11 minutes of action. Just 1 of 3 from the free throw line so far. And gets back on track, knocking that one home.
Mo trying to go back-to-back and win the Hard Hat Award, which he did in Lexington. Only played 15 minutes, but 15 of the most impactful minutes you could have. He was everywhere in that game. Did such a great job defensively on the offensive glass, making hustle plays throughout.
Made both free throws there. What was he, plus 21? In the plus minus 15 minutes, which means Alabama outscored Kentucky by 21 with him on the floor. Here's Vandy driving. Hogard throws it over to Collins, who throws it down with the right hand. Little man climbing the ladder. We got under a minute to go in the half. Bama leads it by 17. And the Tide's got the ball, want to finish strong. Youngblood to Phylon. LeBaron working against Tanner. He'll get it front court. Phylon going to his left, going down the lane, stopping, leaning in, shooting, and scoring to make it a 48-29 lead. About a second and a half, actually.
Now Vanderbilt, smart play, Mark Byington talking to his team, saying don't bring the ball in because we want to get it under the 30 seconds so they can take the last shot. It's one of the reasons Alabama went so fast. LeBaron Phylon got that off with about 37 seconds on the game clock, but smart play by some smart guys at Vanderbilt. They don't bring the ball in, they'll get the last shot, but should get the last shot of the half. But what an impressive first 19 and a half minutes for Alabama. Still a little more to go here. Want to close out strong on the defensive end, but Alabama 5 for their last 7, led by Aiden Holloway, who has been incredible here in the first half. Leads all scorers with 16, a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's doing it inside, doing it out, and Mo Diabate continuing to play well, making plays at the rim, rebounding, defending. This is a good Vanderbilt team. Listen, this is an NCAA tournament team projected right now to be one of 12 SEC teams in the field. of 13. Texas, one of the first 4 teams out, at least in the projections. So, historic year in the SEC, and Vanderbilt having a huge bounce back season.
22 seconds and ticking time left in the half as Hogard will walk it up, gets it front court. 14, no shot clock. 12 to go in the half. Now it's at 10. Hogard will start the play, going to his right, changes direction left, back right, back left, spinning in the lane, floater up, off the window and in. 3 seconds, 2, Bama gets it inbound. Stevenson lets fly from beyond midcourt. It'll be short, and Vanderbilt gets the last bucket of the half, up 48-31 at intermission here at Coleman Coliseum. Nate Oates with a word for the official as he makes his way over to our Roger Hoover.
Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Significantly better than a week ago. You know, we still got to clean up some stuff. Too many turnovers, some dumb ones. You know, we got to stay out of foul trouble. Grant and Mark, hurt having them in 2 fouls. But Holloway played great. I thought Diabate played good. And we got really good minutes from Sherrell, too.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Roger. Thank you also, Cook's Pest Control. They give pests the full court press. You need to call Cook's today to protect your home and business from pests and termites. 48-31, Alabama leading Vanderbilt at intermission here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek, Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek, Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book. It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Techron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many Chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through February 3rd, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Crimson Tide Basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit rolltide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. Cook's Pest Control. Cook's, the South's most trusted name in pest control and proud sponsor of Alabama basketball. And by the Soup Store, the best place in town to get all your Alabama gear. Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Report. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places.
halftime at Coleman Coliseum. It's Alabama 48 and Vanderbilt 31. Roger Huber, glad to welcome you to the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealer or explore Toyota.com today and take advantage of the amazing deals on our full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Crimson Tide in front at the break, 48-31 against Commodores. Leading the way, Aiden Holloway for the Crimson Tide, playing with some freedom. 16 points for him, 6 of 6 shooting from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Mark Sears with 10 points for the Crimson Tide, 9 as well by Mo Diabate, 7 points by Jaron Stevenson, and 2 each from Grant Nelson, Clifford Amori, and LeBaron Philon. Meanwhile, for the Vanderbilt Commodores, leading the way, Jason Edwards with 9 points in that first half. Again, our score at the break, it's Alabama 48, Vanderbilt 31. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. That's 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Halftime in Tuscaloosa. Again, the score. It's Alabama 48, Vanderbilt 31. More of the Toyota Halftime Report next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live courtside cam, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus Hey Coach. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes and coaches that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springville, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is Tom Stipe with your Alabama Power scoreboard update. Alabama Power for a better Alabama. Halftime score from Coleman. Bama leads Vandy 48-31. One game in progress in Knoxville. Tennessee leads Mississippi State big 34-16. That game also at the half. Later tonight, Texas will host Mizzou in Austin. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune into Sirius XM SEC Channel 374 in your car and on all the Sirius XM apps. So listen anywhere with Sirius XM. It's the home of your favorite team. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. We'll take a look at team stats next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. Got Conecuh sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. Conecuh sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
I'm John Miller. And I'm Kobe Prentice. Make sure you and your family are up to date this summer on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory disease.
Vaccinations against these viruses are important for everyone, especially those at a higher risk of developing serious complications, including older Americans and those with certain medical conditions.
So don't wait, vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today. Stay safe and roll tide.
I'm Coach Nate Oates, and this is the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. To stay on top, you got to keep raising your game, just like the 2024 Ford F-150, the smartest, most connected F-150 ever. Ford offers impressive technology to help you get the job done in the smartest way possible. For the latest offers on a Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsors of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide!
Pylon downhill, kicks it in the corner. Sherrell to Holloway, catches you 3 by. Oh, that was pretty. Aiden Holloway to make first three-pointer, and the Tide enjoys its biggest lead at 16 points.
Battle Leagues at the half, 48-31 of the South game are presented by Beatbox, the original party punch with 9 delicious flavors, non-carbonated and resealable. Be the MVP of your next game day tailgate with Beatbox. Halftime stats, shooting percentage, Bama 58% overall, 36 from bank first, 3 land, 8 of 10 from the foul line. For Vandy, 33% overall, 14 outside the arc, 6 of 8 from the stripe. Team rebounding, Bama leads it 23-17, turnovers, Bama with 7, Dors with 4. Get at the half, Bama leads Vandy 48-31. That does it for the Toyota halftime report. Second half's coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Did you know that your largest organ is your skin? The Wound Care Center at DCH is an outpatient clinic focused on modern treatments for chronic wounds and non-healing sores. Our team is staffed with dedicated physicians, nurses, and therapists who specialize in treating chronic wounds and identifying their complex causes, circumstances, and challenges. When you need more than a Band-Aid, there's the DCH Wound Care Center. Learn more about our services at dchsystem.com/wound care.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
Hey Bama fans, this is Roger Hoover. Each Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
At Red Diamond, We know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy. With only simple ingredients, water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar. Or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
This has been the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
48-31, Bama over Vandy at the half, and what to look for in the second half is presented by Citgo. The Crimson Tide runs harder on Tri-Clean gasoline from Citgo BP. Next 20.
Yeah, Alabama needs to continue to do what they did in the first 20 minutes. I thought, for the most part, did a good job taking care of the ball. Shot a great percentage, 58%. Mark Sears was really good in the first 20 minutes, had 10 points on 3 for 6 field goal shooting. Jaron Stevenson played well, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Mo Diabate with 9 and 6, but Aiden Holloway led all scorers with 16, a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He was really good off the bench for Alabama, but this is a Vanderbilt team that's not going to go away. They were down 22 at Mississippi State, ended up cutting that to a 5-point deficit, was on the road against Missouri, down 17 at the half, cut that to 1 point late in that game, fell to both of those in both of those games. But this is a Vanderbilt team that they've been down big, they've come back. I expect them to make a push. Alabama needs to be really good here, especially the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Crimson Tide will start half number 2 with Mark Sears, LeBaron Philon, Clifford Amore, Jaron Stevenson, and Grant Nelson. As it's 5 on the floor, Vanderbilt will counter with Hogard, Edwards, McLaughlin, Magnon, and Tyler Nickel. Waiting on the go-ahead from television. And we just got it. Bama basketball first, working front court to our right. Philon with the dribble, playing off the screen from Amore. He'll drive, he'll stop, he'll look, he'll flip it out to Nelson. Grant, a dribble and a handoff to Sears. Back to Grant, driving, layup, no. Amore missed the dunk, but he got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think Grant wanted to dunk it. The defense came over. He hung in the air, missed the reverse lay-in. Beautiful field goal attempt. Cliff Amore tried to throw it down. He got fouled. Good to see Cliff back in the game. He did come back in the first half. Took a blow to the chest or stomach. He was out for a little while, came back and did a nice job getting the offensive rebound and getting to the free throw line.
Not a common occurrence to see him miss. A big that shoots it very, very well, but Amore does have that one fall off the mark and gets 1 of 2. Alabama with a 49-31 lead, 19 and a half to play here in Tuscaloosa. McLaughlin kicking it far side to Hogard, throws it into the low post, spinning, shooting, and missing. The attempt was Edwards, but he draws the foul from Alabama's Mark Sears. Literally one-on-one right there. Edwards and Sears wearing that number on their jerseys. And that'll be the third on Sears. That is kind of a rarity this early in half number 2.
Edwards got the ball inside and not a threat to post a lot of guys up, but has the quickness and had an angle to the basket, took the contact. Edwards is a really good player, one of the better transfers to come into the SEC from North Texas. They list him at 6'1". He is not 6'1", but averaging 17 a game, had 18 in the win against Tennessee on Saturday.
The ponytail that pushes the dreads up is about 6'3", but actual height, I'm with you, is probably more like 5'8", 9-5-10. Here is Sears with the basketball after a couple of made free throws. 49-33. Bama with the ball in the lead. Stevenson, strong drive inside. Stops, leans in, shoots, and scores over the defender, and the Tide gets the lead back up. And Vandy will run to the other end. Shot is up, missed by Edwards. Ball saved, though, by Stevenson. It's deflected and stolen by Sears. Here's Mark in transition, going downhill. Gets tied up, but gets fouled in the process by A.J. Hogard. And then you have a whistle after the fact, maybe a little extracurricular activity.
Nice job defensively. Alabama got in. I think it was maybe Cliff Amore, Jaron Stevenson changed the shot. Mark Sears able to take it coast to coast, go right at Hogard.
Hogard the personal and then a technical on top of it. So Sears will miss the first free throw. He'll get one more. That is Mark's first miss of the day on 4 attempts from the free throw line, and he had that one pop out.
He should get 2 more after that one.
Yeah, he does.
Because he was going into a shooting motion. Mark a little frustrated with himself. A really good free throw shooter. Had 2 go in and out. Those were the technical fouls. Now he'll go to the line for 2 to shoot the original 2 after getting fouled.
And I'm not sure I've seen the man miss 3 in a row, but he has. Now the crowd just encouraging him. Mama Sears said, y'all come on, clap for my boy. They do, and he knocks it down. Shakes his head. He's got it back now. But a 52-33 Alabama advantage. The Tide's made only 2 of 5 free throw attempts. Actually 6 in the last few minutes. Vanderbilt with the basketball. McLaughlin, top of the arc, try a 3 and miss the mark. Rebound fought for and run down by Magnon. Kicks it back out to an open player in Nickel, and he buries the 3. 52-36, Vanderbilt. Trying to keep this one interesting, as Philon has it now front court for the Crimson Tide. LeBaron looking left side to Nelson. Grant drives baseline, had it knocked away with a foul called on Magnon.
Alabama's front court guys have done a good job of being aggressive and decisive, almost attacking the basket before they catch the ball. I thought they were going to give Grant 2 on that, but they said he wasn't going into a shooting motion. Alabama inbound the ball.
Handoff to Sears, tries a deep 3, no good, and the rebound is controlled by McLaughlin of Vanderbilt. Now Hogard will drive downhill and dish onto the right wing. Again, it's Nickel, and again, it's Made. He has made back-to-back 3-pointers and has made this a 13-point game. Wow, 52-39. Now Philon on the drive. Gets in the lane, runs off the rim, no good, but a foul's going to be whistled on Vanderbilt.
As we talked about at halftime, they were down 22, Mississippi State, 17 against Missouri. Came back in both of those games and made it a 1 or 2 possession game in each of those. So they're a team that's going to fight back. And the one guy you can't let loose from the 3-point line is Nickel. He got wide open on 2 occasions, goes back-to-back from beyond the arc. And Alabama with some missed opportunities at the free throw line, struggling tonight at the line. So good on Saturday afternoon at Rupp Arena. Big reason why Alabama was able to win that game.
Second one good by Philon. Bama has, I think, missed 4 here in the second half, but able to knock down that one to get it to a 14-point game again. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt playing with a little extra spring in the step at the moment. Far side, it's Hogard with the basketball. Hogard calling for a screen, gets one from Nickel. He'll dribble to his left. He'll go downhill. He'll get into the lane. He'll stop. He'll spin. He'll kick it back to Nickel, who drives in. Tried to hand it off. Pass deflected out of bounds. And with 6 on the shot clock, Vanderbilt will keep possession.
Nice job defensively. Jaron Stevenson and Cliff Amore able to deflect that ball out of bounds.
Doors will inbound it from the baseline. They get it in quickly. Magnon, he'll catch and shoot. Missed the three. It's off the back iron, no good. Sears clears it. Gives it ahead, Philon. Libera on the drive. Tough shot, left hand, no good. Rebound control, McLaughlin of Vandy. The Doors will push it. They'll stop with the right wing. Hogarth, the kick into the corner, and another three by Tyler Nickel. Whew, man, he is 3 for 3 as of late and has made it an 11-point game. Sam had a chance to get it to 21. Couldn't do it. Now it's only 11. On the drive, Philon cut off. Backs it out beyond the arc. Over to Sears. Mark will go down the hill. Puts it up. Had his shot blocked. I think it was Magnon that got that one. Now here is Edwards in transition. Circling away from trouble. Kicks it over on the right wing to Hogarth. Now lets it fly. Misses the world. Air ball is caught by Nelson. Flips it ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson driving downhill. They're going to call that an offensive foul. Nate didn't like the call from the official on the near side. Vladimir Voyard-Tadal. And with 16:28 to go, Vanderbilt's got the ball, and Stevenson, unfortunately, now has 3 fouls.
And Nichols playing well, knocking down 3 threes for Vanderbilt here in the second half, able to take the charge there. It looked like he wasn't in great defensive position, but again, Jaron Stevenson lowered the shoulder just enough. I think that's why the call went against Jaron on that one. But the defense wasn't set to understand the frustration on the Alabama side.
Huffman with the basketball, working against Sears. By the way, Bama's made a change. They got Diabate in for Nelson as the Doors work it up top. Magnon. They really want to get into the hands of Nickel. Magnon, though, will drive in, misses the layup. Rebound saved by Stevenson. Flips it to Amori, who gives it ahead to Diabate. Muhammad in the front court, going into the lane, driving, shot up. It is good, and he is fouled. The and one opportunity upcoming for Mohamed Diabate when we return to Coleman Coliseum. We've got 15:57 left to go. Bama 55, Vanderbilt 42 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Tonight's game is presented by the Soup Store, Bama's home for the best selection of Crimson Tide apparel. Visit the Soup Store at 3 convenient locations: Ferguson Center, University Boulevard, or Bryant Drive, or shop online anytime. supestore.ua.edu. Bama's up 13, 55-42. The unexpected happens every day, and when it does, head to Kohl's. Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Across the way now to Roger Hoover.
Coaching staff really stressing playing with a sense of urgency coming out of the locker room. Too many misses around the rim offensively for Alabama, and then defensively not the best stretch we've seen in this game, especially allowing a few Vanderbilt shooters to get hot. So again, the emphasis is going to be on finishing around the rim and defense based on what we just saw from the Crimson Tide, mostly starters, to begin the second half, Brian.
Yes, some missed opportunities here in the second half. Alabama just 3 for 8 from the free throw line, and Tyler Nichols gotten hot for the Vanderbilt Commodores, one of the better three-point shooters in the SEC. The Virginia Tech transfer shoots close to 40% on the season, and he's gotten 3 good looks at it. He's starting to heat up. but that was a big-time move from Mo Diabate. Played so well on the road at Ruperino on Saturday. Played well in the first half and made a big play and one opportunity as he was able to finish through contact and a chance to go to the line.
Mo at the stripe, where so far tonight he is 3 of 5. He's got 11 points, 6 rebounds in his 13 minutes of work. Trying to convert the and one, can't do it. Now they're going to say a push on Alabama. Need a number, Terry. Let's see, it's the second personal on Chris Youngblood. That's who I thought it was on. Oh, I see what he did. He was signaling 2 4s for number 8. That's what it was. He gave a push, and then he gave 2 4s to give you 8. All right, here is Vanderbilt with the basketball with 15:50 to go. Far side, McLaughlin will try a 3 and knock it down, and they have heated up, to say the least. I think that's 5 3-pointers for Vandy this half. They've made it a 10-point contest. Diabate on the drive, looking, stopping, picking it up, needing help. Somebody come get the ball. Sherrell will. Takes a dribble left, almost lost it, gives it off to Holloway. Aiden steps into a 3, too strong. Rebound claimed initially by Sherrell and then claimed by McLaughlin. Vandy can get it to single digits for the first time since the midway point of the first half. Nickel pivoting, looking right side to Edwards. Edwards directing traffic, playing off the screen. Edwards firing it left side to Magnon. He'll spin left. He'll stop on the block. He'll throw a bounce pass to Nickel. Nickel flips it outside to Huffman. Huffman cut off on the baseline, spins at 3 on the shot clock, puts it up at 2, hits the side of the glass. Saved by Bama. They're going to say a turnover by the Crimson Tide.
Well, Mo Diabate made a tough rebound, was falling out of bounds and trying to find a teammate, may have just stepped on the line.
Not the case, according to the fans, when they saw the replay here at Coleman Coliseum on the Jumbotron. Inbounds for the Doors going to Edwards. He'll drive left against Diabate, puts it up. Mo swatted it away out of bounds. Nice block by Muhammad.
The defensive versatility of Mo Diabate on display. Jason Edwards, 5'11" point guard for Vanderbilt. Mo Diabate can guard your center or your point guard. Made a great play to block it out of bounds.
Got a deflection, did Mo. Runs it down in the backcourt. Tried to save it. A scramble on the deck. Youngblood picks it up. Drives in. Got hacked by Nickel. And Bama will have possession. How about Chris Youngblood? He's the man that's going to the free throw line, but he knows it's because of the hustle of Muhammad Diabate, and they are applauding him and his efforts right now. Crowd on its feet at Coleman Coliseum.
Hard hat Mo, got the deflection, got on the floor for the loose ball. The hustle play by Mo and Chris Youngblood. Chris will go to the line for 2. That is a big-time defensive possession by Mo Diabate. Got the block earlier in the possession against Edwards. The deflection that led to the free throws. Mo playing well here tonight, and Alabama continuing to struggle from the free throw line, and it's been some of their better free throw shooters.
Youngblood hadn't missed all year. 11 of 11 coming into the ball game. And make it now 12 of 13 as he gets that one to go. So it's 56-45, Bama by 11. Crowd getting back into it here at Coleman. Edwards with a couple of dribbles to his left. Now goes right. Slip, got back up. Shot the 15-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sherrell. Gives it to Holloway, and Aiden will bring it front court. Holloway thought about splitting defenders. Has it now between the circles. Dribbles to his right. Goes to the wing. Stops, left alone. That was a mistake.
Boy, the recognition of Aiden Holloway. He was about to unload that and pass it to Mark Sears. The defense took one step back. He rose up and knocked down a big 3 for Bama.
Bama by 14 again as Carey gives it off to Huffman. Driving to his right, stopping, spinning, looking, needing help. Throws it inside. Carey had it stripped away, stolen. Holloway along with Sherrell teaming up on it. Holloway to Sears. One more Youngblood. 3 by the back-to-back bank those threes. Nato's pumping his fist, and the crowd erupts here at Coleman Coliseum. Timeout on the floor. 13:36 to go. Bama 62, Vandy 45. Here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alpha Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
Bama's up 17. That's more like it. 62-45, 13:36 to go in the ball game. Making Evan Williams bourbon part of your game day traditions is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky. Think wisely, drink wisely, and roll Tide. Across the way now to Roger Hoover.
Well, it's still a good time to be named Aiden in the Crimson Tide huddle, but how about Mo? Mo Diabate getting praised by every single one of his teammates before he even got a chance to sit down and talk with his teammates. They loved what they saw. The coaching staff really praising his effort, especially the blue-collar effort needed to win a game like this, and then Aiden Holloway, Brian, keeps supplying the offense.
The blue-collar player of the game late in the post game. Let's go ahead and give it to Mo Diabate with 13:36 to play, and it's not just his 11 points, it's 7 rebounds, it's all the floor burns and the defensive stops and deflections and getting on the floor for loose balls, and he has been incredible on both ends of the floor, giving this Alabama team energy when Vanderbilt is making a run. They go make 4 threes here early in the second half. Mo comes in off the bench. He and Aiden Holloway sparking this team off the bench. This is one of the deepest teams in college basketball, and you look at what Mo has done on both ends of the floor. Aiden Holloway, 19 points, leading all scorers, 7 for 8 from the field.
Vanderbilt brings it front court. Tanner dribbling to his right with Diabate defending. Gives it off to Huffman. Throws it down low. McLaughlin driving to the basket. His shot no good. Batted around twice, 3 times. Scramble on the deck, and a walk is what should have been called because the guy fell. Instead, they called a foul on Alabama. McLaughlin apparently fouled by Aiden Sherrill. Was he?
Not according to what I saw live and on the replay.
Okay. I knew Nate Oates and I were in agreement that it wasn't. Normally
but
when you're the new guy in town, you kind of try to stay quiet and let the veterans take care of stuff. Not if your name's AJ. Vanderbilt will work it into Carey. Throws it on the right wing to Collins. Collins driving, runner up, and can't get it to go. Sherrill snatches it out of the air with one hand, and here comes Bama the other way. Front court with it is Sears. Sears setting it up, left side, looking low, nothing there. Now he does flip it on the left side of the floor to Diabate. Spins past the defender, steps through, flips it up, gets it to go, and he is having quite a ball game. Mohamed Diabate knocks down another one. He's got 13 points to go with his 7 rebounds, and Bama leads it again by 19, matching their biggest advantage of the night.
Beautiful spin move by Mo and the finish at the rim.
Carey trying to stiff arm Sherrill, lost it out of bounds. That'll be Bama basketball.
And we've talked about the other Aiden all night long. Aiden Holloway, 19 points, but Aiden Sherrill hasn't scored but 5 rebounds and another nice defensive play right there.
Here comes Sears bringing it ahead for the Crimson Tide. 64-35 Bama. 45 Bama, 64-45. Crimson Tide, Youngblood, corner three, bottom.
He relocated after the defender turned his head. Mark Sears found him, and the quick release by Youngblood in the corner, and Alabama knocks down another one from deep.
12-0 run in the last 2 minutes and change by Bama. Collins nearly walked, got it outside. They go to McLaughlin, top of the arc. Now to Huffman on the right wing. Huffman had it poked away, got it back. Huffman working against Sears, playing off the screen. McLaughlin, catch and shoot three, got it to go.
That was really good defense. Vanderbilt before that made three, was 0 for their last 5, and that was great defense by Alabama, but able to knock it down.
Holloway kicks it into the corner. Terrell for three, no good, and a rebounding foul is whistled on who?
They got Mo Diabate, not a ton of contact right there, but that'll be Mo with a personal.
Diabate, that'll be personal number 2, personal foul number 1 on Mo, and it brings us to the media timeout. 11:41 to go here in Tuscaloosa. Bama 67, Vandy 48 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 67 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks, are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
11:41 to go in the ball game. Bama leads Vandy 67-48. And ATIX wants to say thank you to all ticket-holding Crimson Tide fans. Visit AAATix.com to find tickets to just about anything. ATIX is a proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. And on the Bama bench, here's Roger Hoover.
Coach Oates right now with the dry erase board, diagramming a few things for the offense to keep the offensive momentum going on. Defensively, really the message is play hard, and you see that a lot around this program. The term max effort, that's being preached right now by all the coaches to the players. Play as hard as you can for this upcoming stretch, because this is an opportunity, Brian, where Alabama can really start to put this game out of reach.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt has proven over the course of the season that they won't go away. Their ability to knock down threes got them back in this game, but fortunately Alabama behind Mark Sears, Aiden Holloway knocking down threes, able to extend the lead, but defensively, got to know where Tyler Nickel is. He's made 3 here in the second half. He's starting to heat up, but Alabama defensively has been really good the last 4 or 5 minutes of this second half. That needs to continue. 11:41 to play. Alabama looking good on both ends of the floor. That hopefully will continue.
Commodores bring it front court, 2 hour left. Hogard will give it off to Collins. Back to Hogard near side. Gives it top of the arc. McLaughlin. He'll drive down the lane. Puts it up too strong. Challenge on the play by Amori, and Bama runs the other direction. Holloway on the far wing. Hesitates, goes downhill. Kicks it in the right corner. Youngblood again. Can't get it to go. Stevenson up high. Almost got the tip followed, but got fouled. And Jared will shoot 2 free throws for the Crimson Tide.
Chris Youngblood got free in the corner. He's had a couple go in and out. Look good leaving his hands. A career 40% three-point shooter. Misses that one, but Alabama doing what they do about as well as anybody in the country, and that's attack the offensive glass. Jaron Stevenson so close to an and-one opportunity. The hustle play, not able to convert, but gets to the line for 2.
And unfortunately, keeping the trend alive here in half number 2 for Alabama. Misses first free throw. Bama just 12 of 22 from the free throw line here at Coleman Coliseum. And again, the bulk of those misses have come since intermission as Stevenson gets 1 of 2 and makes it a 20-point Alabama lead. 22 has been the biggest advantage. That was right at a minute ago. Hogard front court for Vandy.
Alabama was 29 for 34 on Saturday in Lexington.
McLaughlin driving and dishing right side. Nickel again trying a three. Missed this one for the first time in his last 4, and now Holloway runs the other way. Aiden crosses over, gets into the lane, throws it up with the right hand. It wouldn't stay down, and the rebound's controlled by Vandy. They hurry it ahead with Edwards, gets it front court, takes it to the right wing. Gets a screen from McLaughlin. He pushed him is what he did. The shot is up and good by Edwards. Boy, there's a moving screen, and then there's just a hip check, and that's what McLaughlin, I think, gave to Sears, freeing up Edwards on that play. Holloway stopping in the lane, kicking it near side. Youngblood stopping, shooting, throwing it up, and almost got it to go with a left hand. They'll get the foul on McLaughlin.
Alabama's been so smart when they've taken the ball to the basket. We've seen Jaron Stevenson, Mo Diabate. This time, Chris Youngblood using his strength and understanding that he got his man in the air, took the contact, threw it up on the backboard to get to the line, and he'll try to get Alabama on track from the free throw line.
McLaughlin called for his 4th foul. One of those days. The last 2 games at Coleman, we haven't been able to throw it in the ocean from the free throw line.
We need 21,000 screaming against us.
That's right. Need
29 for 34 from the free throw line at Rupp Arena in an intense environment. Alabama fans being quiet as they should when you're shooting free throws, but for some reason, Alabama shooting it better right now on the road from the line than they are at home.
Vanderbilt with the basketball, pulling up. Hogard, runner no good, and a foul's going to be called on the floor against Jaron Stevenson. Nate wants to see that one again, and it looked like it was a push. Jaron, problem was he had turned and faced the Vanderbilt player, and that's going to be 4 now on Jaron. Vladimir Voyard-Tadal not happy. And Nate Oates saying something about beef to the official. 69-50. Bama on top. Vandy works it inside. Leaner with the left hand, no good. 3 tips, though. Finally getting a bucket for Jalen Carey. 2 tips after his initial miss, I should say. Here's Sears the other way. Bama up by 17. He'll throw a lob, and Amore throws it home.
That was a beautiful pick and roll. It took a little while to develop, but Mark Sears took his time, got it up to where only the big man could get it, and Cliff throws it down.
Edwards circles away from the basket, gives it out to Nickel. Nickel feeds it to Collins. Collins trying to shake free from Holloway, puts it up in the lane, rolls around, and falls through. Here comes Aiden Holloway the other way with the tie on top, 71-54, and 9.5 minutes to play. Still can't relax if you're Bama. Amore lets 2 cutters go through, a third, and then hands it off to Holloway. Aiden trying to get free, gives it inside. Clifford had it poked away. Youngblood's going to outrace everybody to the loose ball. Flips it over to Sears. Shot clock under 5. Sears trying to get free at 2. At 1, lets it fly at the buzzer. It wouldn't go, and a rebounding foul is going to be called, I believe, on Chris Youngblood.
It was great hustle from Alabama to get it back, and desperation into shot clock situation with Mark Sears having to split a double team, let it fly, went halfway down, pops out, Alabama. And Chris Youngblood fighting for the offensive rebound, not able to get it. Foul Edwards as he'll go to the line for 1 and 1. 17 foul. Alabama will be shooting 2 the rest of the way. 19 fouls for Vanderbilt.
Sears, Youngblood, Amore checked out. Nelson, Diabate, and who's my 5th out there that I missed? Phylon, right here in front of me. First free throw good from Edwards. He'll get a second try. 9:03 to play. Second free throw up. That one pops out, no good. Thankfully, it's catchy. 1 of 2 for the Doors, and Phylon comes the other way after the Nelson rebound. LeBaron going down the lane, steps through, lays it up and in for 2. No rim protector there for Vandy with McLaughlin on the bench. Here's Hogard now trying to back his way down against Holloway. Gets into the paint, steps through, tough runner, off the window and in. He shot that one up over the outstretched arm of Grant Nelson, who's trying to play some help defense. And the N1 opportunities upcoming for Vanderbilt.
Thought Aiden Holloway did a good job, matched up against bigger, stronger player in Hogard, but got him with a little bit of a check, maybe a hip check as Hogard was going into his shooting motion. Just kind of flipped it up off the glass and in, a chance for a three-point play.
Stevenson out and Youngblood back in for him. 8:41 remains in this one. Vanderbilt converts the N1 as Hogard gets it to go. 73-58. Alabama with the lead. They've been up as many as 22. Vandy was as close as 11. Philon with the basketball, giving it off to Holloway. Aiden will drive, had it stripped, try to get it back, and it goes out of bounds, touched last by Vandy.
Alabama spreading out. Vanderbilt had the driving lane to the basket. Holloway not able to convert the defensive play at the very end by Vanderbilt to knock it away.
Inbounds pass goes to Holloway. Catches three, no good. Rebound tipped. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by Hogard. And Vanderbilt will come the other way, trying to cut into a 15-point Bama lead. They throw it into the paint. Spinning, shooting, shot blocked by Bama. Grant Nelson after the attempt by Carey. Now in the lane, it's Diabate. Steps through, lays it in on the assist from Aiden Holloway. And an and-one opportunity upcoming for Mohamed Diabate.
Great job defensively by Grant Nelson, matched up against Carey, who went inside, got his shot blocked by Grant. That started the Alabama fast break. Beautiful pass inside to Mo Diabate, who continues to play at a high level, able to take the contact, finish through it, and another three-point play opportunity coming up.
16 points with that made free throw now for Mohamed Diabate. I spoke it into existence. That's 4 of 7 now for him from the free throw line. And Alabama with 8:05 to go leads at 76-58. Commodores with Carey, handing it off to Collins. Collins stepping back from 17, got it to go. 16-point lead again for Alabama after the made bucket from the Commodores. Crimson Tide with the basketball. Philon tried to give it to Diabate, who went down, and there was nobody there. So Vandy runs to the other end, misses the three, but it goes off the backboard right to the trailer, MJ Collins, who laid it in for two. Now Holloway will try to answer for three, and does. Man, he's feeling it tonight. Aiden Holloway with 19 points. He is making 22 as he's 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
A defensive mistake by Vanderbilt left him for a split second. Aiden Holloway doesn't need much time.
Hogard couldn't get the runner to drop. Rebound knocked around and picked up. They get it to Edwards, then to Hogard again on the left wing. Throws it away. Stolen. Philon. 2-on-2 with Holloway. Leaves it between the legs. The pass to Philon. Floats to the corner. They leave him alone. Can't make him pay. Misses the three, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Touch last by Vanderbilt. Timeout on the floor. 6:53 to go here in Tuscaloosa. Bama leading at 79-62 over Vanderbilt on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink,
easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
.6:53 to go in the ball game. Bama's up on Vandy 79-62. And the best move of the game is presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. BP, your best move of the game.
How about Mo Diabate taking the ball strong to the basket? A couple of and one opportunities. He won the Hard Hat Award in Lexington in the big Alabama victory on Saturday, and he may win the hard hat again in this one. 16 points, 7 rebounds, but getting on the floor for loose balls, deflections, getting stops, making plays on both ends of the floor.
And we'll move to Roger Hoover across the way.
Yeah, a lot of good energy in the huddle right now for the Crimson Tide. You always hear me talk about defense, so I'm going to do it once again. Defensive stops, both Coach Adams, Coach Oates really stressing that. Coach Oates pointing out that the score is tied so far in the second half. If you look at the second half score, so that's a major point of emphasis. He wants to win this second half and get this game in the win column.
Alabama trying to make sure they finish this thing strong, Brian, as Roger was just telling us. And the Tide, again, some spurts where they have been as good as you'll find anywhere, but also Vandy, a couple of spurts and kind of a mini one that they've had here where, frankly, they show why they're a team you can never rest easy against.
Yeah, this is a Vanderbilt team that is projected to go the NCAA tournament. I mean, they've had a really good season so far. Mark Byington, in his first year from James Madison, has come in and overhauled the entire roster. Bunch of new transfers from different programs around the country, a couple from James Madison, but this is a team that is coming off one of their biggest victories that they've had in years, beating the Tennessee Volunteers, top 10 team at home. They're in Nashville, a Tennessee team who spent a lot of this year as number 1 in the country. So Vanderbilt comes in on a roll, playing well. Alabama needs to finish this game strong. They've done a nice job throughout, even handling some Vanderbilt hot shooting here in the second half.
Grant Nelson with the basketball, driving right, puts it off the window and in. They tried to flop again, see if they could get another whistle. Not the case. Jason Edwards not able to take the charge, and Nelson got the easy bucket. 6:38 to go. Bama up 81-62 here in Tuscaloosa against Vandy. Another 3 attempt. Nickel hit it, and he is fouled. An and one opportunity and a chance for a 4-point play, and what a second half that he has had. Tyler Nickel knocking that one home. That is his 4th three-pointer made on 7 tries. And I think he's only missed once here in the second half. All of his makes have come since intermission.
Yeah, Chris Youngblood didn't take a great angle on that, understanding his aggressiveness. Tyler Nickel's been so good, as you mentioned, here in the second half, but coming off that screen, didn't have the right angle. Not a ton of contact. Nickel kicked his leg out, but can't let him get going.
Thankfully missed the free throw. Vandy now 10 of 14 from the stripe. Bama just 15 of 26. Phylon trying to work against Magnon. Goes to his left. Gets cut off there. Fires the pass near side to Nelson. Grant back to LeBaron for 3. No good. Rebounding foul is going to be whistled on, I believe, Mohamed Diabate.
Cliff Amore, maybe?
I'm sorry. You're right. It's exactly what it is. I'm used to Diabate being around everything, and so Clifford Amore is indeed the one who committed the foul. Mo's active, but he can't even commit a foul from the bench.
Although he maybe could get a rebound. He could. He is that good on the boards.
Only
Nate Oates can keep Mo Diabate off the offensive glass, and that is when he's sitting over there by him getting a rest.
Magnon hits the first. Phylon, Amore, Nelson, Sears, and Holloway are the 5. Magnon able to hit them both. And as I give you that rundown, Aiden Terrell will check in, and Amore will sit down next to Diabate. A little pressure in the backcourt by Vanderbilt, as Sears will bring it in. Tanner defending him. Mark gets it to the center of the floor with the dribble still alive. 18 to shoot, 6:02 to play. Lob pass, Nelson catches front.
Wow. I thought Mark may have let him a little bit too much, but the speed and the vertical leap from Grant Nelson, able to get there quickly, get up high, and throw it down.
The vertical leap you would expect from a guy from Grand Forks, North Dakota. On the drive, Tanner in the lane, spinning, shooting, and getting the friendly roll to make it an 83-69 ball game with 5.5 to go. Vandy's still very much in this game. The way they shoot the basketball and the pace they like to play, this one is far from over. Sears will throw it all the way near side. Sherrill gives it up to Nelson, who hands it to Sears. Mark will get into the lane. He'll run in, he'll lay it up and get it to go. Ran from the lead blocking of fullback Grant Nelson.
It's just playing with pace, the correct pace. Mark Sears has explosiveness, but took his time, had his man on his hip, and the result, a finish at the rim.
Tanner right side, open look three, and he is really good from there. He makes another one. Tyler Tanner able to knock it home, and it's 85-72. Just a 13-point Bama lead. Tanner's going to be called for the foul there near center court, and that will be the double bonus for Alabama. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way.
Good job by Mark Sears protecting the ball, understanding Tanner, one of the best in the SEC, getting deflections and steals. Alabama in the double bonus, sending Mark Sears to the line for two.
Mark able to knock down the first. We'll have another try upcoming. Diabate in, Filon sitting down for the Crimson Tide.
Vanderbilt heating up 3 of their last 3, but fortunately, Alabama doing a job offensively as well. 5 out of their last 7, and now starting to hit some free throws.
Mark hit them both. He now has 15 points on the night. Holloway's 22 leads away for Bama. Diabate with 16, also a help. Tanner, right wing jumper, no good from 15. Lowe with another board. That is his 8th of the game. Sears will run the other way for the Tide. Gets to the baseline, circles away from a double team, fires the pass far corner. Holloway to Nelson, who will try to back his way down. Gets into the paint, and the shot won't go. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on the Commodores. They're going to review this one as well. Based on the reaction of Tyler Nickel, may have a valid argument. Don't know if it was intentional or just part of the play, but Grant Nelson may have delivered a shiver to the nose. This play's under review.
Common foul on the court called on Alabama. That play's under review.
Terry Oglesby, the official, interrupting my live read of Bromberg's, Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. 4:22 to go. Timeout on the floor. We take the break as well. We're heading down the stretch. When we return, Bama up 15 and trying to add to it, we hope, when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Nobody beats me, Mark Sears, on the court, and nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Call Cooks today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect, not easy.
Big thank you to the Soup Store, sponsoring tonight's game. Soup Store, Alabama's home for the best selection of Crimson Tide apparel. Visit the Soup Store at 3 convenient locations: Ferguson Center, University Boulevard, Bryant Drive, or shop online anytime, supestore.ua.edu. Bama is up 15, 87-72, 4:22 to go in the ball game. Be sure and stay tuned after the game for the Regions postgame show Alabama
After
coach
review,
Nato.
call's been upgraded to a flagrant 1. Black will shoot 2 shots and get the ball back by rule.
Don't forget, you can get your University of Alabama Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card today. Roger Hoover, you still over there after all that?
Yeah, Coach Oates' main message was defensively just no excuses from here on out, maximum effort, get some stops, and get this game done in the win column again for the Crimson Tide. But again, no excuses the rest of the way for this Crimson Tide defense.
And Brian, it's a big opportunity for Vandy in the first free throw up and good by Tyler Nickel. Makes it 87-73.
And they got the foul, the flagrant foul on Grant Nelson as he pushed off, trying to go to the basket. And it'll be 2 free throws. Vanderbilt makes them, and a chance to cut into this lead as they get the ball back.
That is 6 points, 3 fouls now on Nelson. He's got 7 boards. 87-74, Bama up 13 on Vandy with 4:15 to go. Edwards catch and shoot 3, blocked by Diabate, and they're going to call an offensive foul on a flop on Edwards. I love it.
How about Mo Diabate gets the block shot, draws the foul call, but did a great job of taking the right angle. And it happened a couple of possessions ago, I thought, against Chris Youngblood. He didn't take the right angle. The flop cost Alabama a foul. This time they call it on Vanderbilt. What a defensive play by Mo Diabate as Edwards was trying to get free from 3.
Diabate held by Magnon, who's looking at his teammates going, guys, y'all got to help me. I got no shot on this. That's 4 now on Magnon. Saw Aiden Holloway standing in front of the Vandy bench ready to inbound the ball, and as Edwards went by him, you could almost see Holloway going, man, that ain't how you do that. That ain't how you kick your legs out. I'll show you that later. First free throw up and good for Mohamed Diabate.
More out of frustration knowing that you just got your shot blocked by Mo Diabate, trying to get the attention of the official. And a lot of times they'll give the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player, even though they kicked their legs out. Didn't on that possession. Just another great individual defensive play by Mo.
Diabate exceeding his season high by a bunch. He's had 11 points earlier this year in the game. He's had a great one today. He's got now 18 points, 8 boards, and Bama leads at 89-77. Unfortunately, as again, Nickel was left open, and he drops another dime. 89-77. Diabate says, come on, give it to me. Gets in the lane, gets the runner up, got it to go. It's Mo's game right now.
Mo's got 20, and he impacts the game if he doesn't score a point. But, boy, he scored a bunch of them, playing incredibly well on both ends.
Doors work at right wing, an open 3 for Edwards as Holloway got knocked off on a screen and had no chance to get back into that play. As it's now 91-80 with 3:30 to go, and a timeout's called by Vandy. Right now, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. We'll get a word from Roger in the huddle in just a second, but BP right now, you got to make sure you're defending the perimeter. Alabama's not done a good job with that.
Well, they haven't in the second half. Vanderbilt was 1 for 7 from 3 in the first half. They've made 10 for the game. 9 of those obviously coming in the second half. A lot of those late. Vanderbilt doing a good job of running their offense, finding open shooters. Alabama not closing out this game the way Nate Oates would want on the defensive end.
Roger, anything of note that you heard? Struggling to connect with Roger right there. It's a mistake on my part. I apologize. 3:30 left to go here in the second half. Alabama with a 91-80 advantage over Vandy. Mohamed Diabate gets the inbounds pass, and he wants to get it front court. He wants to go right at or did want to go right at Devin McLaughlin, who's checked in. He's been playing, or had 4 fouls and hadn't played in about 10 minutes. Sears with the basketball, playing off of a screen. McLaughlin defending him inside to Mo. Gets under control, gets set, spin, shoots, no good. Rebound fought for. Nelson had it. Vandy's going to come out with it. Here comes Tanner, getting into the lane, stopping, spinning, looking, kicking it far side to Huffman. Huffman goes low post to McLaughlin. He'll kick it left corner. 3 is up, and it is good by Hogard. And we got a ball game, folks, with 2:50 to go. 91-83. Vandy has cut this thing down to 8. Sears fouled as he got to the timeline. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair as they whistle that one on Tanner.
Vanderbilt's made 6 out of their last 8. A lot of those coming from the three-point line. But offensively, at least on this possession, doing what they need to do, and that's get in the hands of Mark Sears. Alabama struggled from the free throw line throughout this game, but Mark's going to bounce back. You want it in his hands with a chance to ice this game. But the way Vanderbilt's shooting, still 2:45 to play. Alabama needs to get some stops on the defensive end.
Sears with 16, 7 of those coming from the free throw line on 10 tries. He hits both right there. Alabama back up to 65% from the charity stripe. The crowd starts to make a little noise again, trying to help out the defense. McLaughlin catch and shoot 3, right wing. That one pops out, no good. Hallelujah, as Diabate grabs another board. And Mo has had one heck of a game. He's got 9 rebounds to go with 20 points now in the contest. 2:22 to play. Sears with the ball in his hands. Driving to the lane, gets underneath the basket, got tripped. Magnon grinning about something. And he's going to head to the bench after picking up his 5th.
Alabama just spread the floor, letting Mark Sears go to work. He missed those 3 straight free throws to start the second half. He's been much better since.
.218 on the clock. 93-83. This is as close. Check that. They had it to 9 a few moments ago, but Bama led this one by as many as 22 with 12 minutes to go. Vandy has cut this thing down to as few as 9. They've got it to 10 right now. Bama a chance to get it back up to a dozen if Mark can hit both free throws. 2-shot opportunity upcoming with 2:18 on the second half game clock. First one's up and good.
Vanderbilt hasn't lost many games this year, but a couple they have. They were down big and battled back in a couple of those SEC games, so you knew they weren't going to go away. The way they shoot threes, the way they defend, Alabama needs to close this game out strong.
Hogard on the drive, going downhill, stops on the block, kicks it out to Nickel, catch and shoot on the 3. That one's wide left. He didn't get his feet set that time, or his body set, as he had on the previous makes, and Sears will run the other way. Gets downhill, reverse layup, no. Rebound, put back, good for 2 by Grant Nelson. 97-83, Bama by 14. Vandy runs the other way. They get it to Edwards, top of the arc. He'll dribble to his right. His defenders come out on him. Puts up a tough layup attempt. No good. Rebound tipped out. Here comes Holloway. Bama will run away from the doors. Holloway backing it out with 1:35 to go. Bama ball up 97-83. Sears defended by Tanner. Works to his left, hesitates, goes down the lane, puts it up, off the window and in. And what do you know? Mark Sears has got 21.
Diabate with another deflection. Won't get the steal, but a hustle play by Mo, and Mark Sears coming alive late in this one.
Mo Diabate, a career effort in this one.
He deserves another rebound. He deserves a double-double. 20 points, 9 rebounds, a bunch of deflections, great defensive plays. He was huge in Lexington. He's been even bigger here tonight.
Tanner on the drive, puts it up off the window. No. Rebound McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Collins. His three rattles out. Rebound tipped, and there's your 10th board. Diabate able to get the double-double. 22 points, 10 rebounds. And he will haunt their dreams tonight in Nashville. 99-83. Bama with a lead with under a minute to go. Sears on the drive, throws the lob to Mo, catches it, lays it up, got it to go. Good night, Mohamed Diabate.
A beautiful assist from Mark Sears.
Just call him grown man. I got an idea on a middle name for him as well. Here is Edwards, top of the arc, now driving down the lane, puts up the layup for two, and a timeout's going to be called by Vanderbilt.
Alabama over the 100-point mark once again in SEC play. What a performance by Mark Sears, and late in this one, Mo Diabate throughout. He and Aiden Holloway leading all scorers with 22 apiece. Both those guys coming off the bench, making an impact. Big game for Alabama to come back after a huge win in Rupp Arena against a Vanderbilt team a lot like Ole Miss that's capable of beating you if you don't show up and play well, with their ability to get stops, create turnovers, knock down threes. But every time Vanderbilt is threatened in this game, Alabama's been able to keep him at arm's length, making plays, and a lot of those coming via Mark Sears late in this one.
35 seconds remain. Alabama 101-85 is the score. Tide hits the century mark. Once again, it is not an uncommon theme for Nate Oates' squad. 102 at Kentucky. 94 at Texas A&M. Of course, the 64-point anomaly at home against Ole Miss, but had 88 at South Carolina, 107 against Oklahoma.
Yeah, and against Oklahoma and here in Vanderbilt, below their season average in threes made. So to score 100 when the three ball's not falling at your typical rate just shows you how good this offense is. Shouldn't be a surprise, leading the nation in scoring.
Bama will inbound it, throwing the home run ball. Youngblood to Nelson, nice catch. The flush. Your exclamation point on this one. 30 seconds to go. It's 103-85. Edwards will run the other way. Had it blocked off the window. That's going to be basket interference on Grant Nelson. It was on its downward flight, so goaltending. He really wanted that block shot, and I don't blame him.
Love the effort from Grant Nelson. Took the pass from Chris Youngblood on the previous possession, threw it down, and trying to get a stop right there.
I believe I see a white flag atop the Commodores ship. They're going to watch Alabama run out the final 14 seconds. They won't challenge, and Alabama won't attack, even though Grant Nelson's thinking about it. Final 5 seconds tick away. 103-87 is your final, and they're back. Strike up the band. Your final. Alabama a winner, improving on the season to now 16-3 overall, 5-1 in league play. Vanderbilt's 3-3 in the conference. They sit at 15-4 overall. Post game coming your way in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.